Welcome to Zeemod land. Let's do this, guys. Hey guys, Clumsy here. Welcome back to ATS, and finally we are here. Zeemod has released his CAT C15 sounds for all the people who pre-purchased this sound mod, so we can finally check it out for ourselves. Let's go in the interior here because we heard it from the outside, but from the inside I noticed there was a nice addition. So keep your ears open. Start it up again. Did you hear that? Keys clinging and whatnot as it turns on the knob. And even as we shut down the engine. Such a nice attention to detail. First time I heard that little detail in any truck. Nice twist. Sorry for the pun. Oh my goodness. And of course, this sound pack includes all the interior sounds as well. Shifter knob, the indicator knob, and the sounds themselves on and off. The lights, the windows even are customized. Maybe I close this engine just so we can hear that better. Love it. All the vibrations. And the wipers. Each and every one of these are giving me goosebumps. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's go and go for a little test drive to really get a feel for how this engine looks like in action. Oh yeah, even the parking brake. Very nice. I think even the shifting itself. Can you hear? All the rattling. That's the gear shifter sound. So basically as the knob shifts, something clangs. Very nice. Attention to detail right there. Okay, serious this time. So we'll be taking a trip here from Colville, where we are in Washington, to Bellingham with this new all-terrain crane model with 141 experimental beta. Yeah, thankfully 141 for the most part has been pretty harmless in terms of mod compatibility. So I think we can almost use it with our modded profile already. Ooh. That's a very interesting sound. It almost sounded like the gears were kind of grinding in the beginning there. I had to double back on what I was doing wrong. Very interesting. Let's do that again. Here in first gear. There. Like all the shaking happening. No cars. Good. Very bassy sounds. See if we can notice all the different details coming in with that engine sound there. Oh my goodness. And based on what I heard, the Jake brakes should be on a totally different level as well. Let's go and try it out. Let me get some speed here. And we'll take it for a spin. I actually like that gear changing sound. Makes it much more realistic sounding, doesn't it? Really shifting it manually. Very bassy. Oh, especially in lower revs. I like the sound of that. Right now, this sound pack is currently in pre-release. I believe it's like a release candidate version, so it's not yet the full release. Some tweaks might still be included, but at the moment it's only compatible with the default W900 and John Ruda's W900. But for the complete list of compatible trucks, go and check out the selfie page. The link will be available in the video description, and see for yourself if you're interested in buying it as well. I believe the price should be around £4, so nothing too fancy. PayPal is compatible. PayPal is allowed as a payment option. You can't really lose with these kinds of sounds, my goodness. Alright, coming close to somewhere where we should slow down, so perfect opportunity. Let's try out the jake brake, guys. Oh my goodness. Really? Yeah, that pitch even changes depending on the revs, depending on the RPM where you have it. So when you shift down, when you shift up, the jake brake changes in intensity. Thankfully I stopped there. And it's a very nice twist. When you're in first gear, starting from 0, you actually hear like the cabin rattling with you. That's, I think, what threw me off in the beginning. I thought I was grinding my gears, but it was the cabin shaking with all the vibrations, I believe. Let's hear how it sounds with windows open. It might get too loud. It might actually be too loud already for you guys, because currently I have the engine sliders all the way to the right just so we can hear it better, at the expense of not hearing me better. But let's hope that still works, that you can still understand me. If not, then tough luck. Expect me to drive with this truck and with these sounds for the foreseeable future in the channel, so stay tuned for more. But we still have a long way to go, so no worries. We can still enjoy the sounds together for quite some time in this video, because right now we still have 327 miles to go. Oh, interesting. Cool. So I know some of you guys have been requesting for more ATS videos. I think the last one we did was that convoy, testing out the convoy. So here we are, as requested. Perfect timing. As I mentioned, as I replied to some of you guys, patience is a virtue. You guys notice lots of roundabouts here. Looks like some European influence from the officials here in this city. Very interesting, going through a small roundabout with this gigantic load. A turbo whistle on this thing is something else as well. Just screaming at you. Oh my goodness. Is there gear grinding? Let me try. Now he muted it. That's nice actually. So when you're trying to float gears and when you miss a gear, you don't hear that gear grinding sound. I hate that, because even if you just miss it by a millisecond, you still hear it a bit. So I really like muting that on my own if possible. Here it comes muted by default, so no need to tweak it. That is perfect. Welcome to Columbia River, guys. Beautiful sceneries, as can be expected here in Washington. I love how the jake brake shifts as well and stops. Oh, this bus I think will be a casualty of Clumsy trucking. Oh, but this sign first. Because this bus should not have gone into there, should have stopped at that stop sign, at that line. So if we hit him, it's his fault. Maybe he just wanted a closer look. the engine sounds. What did we hit? Did our flag hit the bus? Or did our imaginary boundary hit the fire truck? Either way, I feel like I've been cheated here. Alright, let's make some way through. And I thought I was all professional. It seemed like such a pro move. But the game was rigged. There we go. Right, let's see how this performs uphill. Right now there's only one engine option, only 500 horsepower, no other options. But yeah, as I imagine, once this goes to full release, then we'll get more choices. More choices for the power, and definitely more compatibility with other trucks. Unfortunately, this is something that we cannot use with Truckers MP at the moment, even if we have the sound plugin. You guys might be familiar with that. There is a way now to enable sound mods as a plugin, not technically as a mod, using the Fmod sound plugin, so you can have custom sounds even in Truckers MP or official convoy, even when mods are technically not allowed. But unfortunately, with Zeemod's paid mods, all of them are currently locked. I don't think he's planning on unlocking them anytime soon. So you cannot open the archive, you cannot tweak the files, you cannot make it more compatible to other trucks. So you are stuck right now with only the trucks he supports officially. And you cannot use the bank files for the Fmod sound plugin. So that's a bit of a limitation, but if you can work with that, if you can stay and drive with the compatible trucks in a modded profile and stay away from Truckers MP and Convoy for now, then you can get to enjoy this mod fully, as I am doing right now. I think it's the bassiest engine sound I've ever heard. For those who are familiar with how a CAT C15 really sounds like, is that close, guys? Let me know in the comments. That is, if you can still hear me. What? What did you say? Is this equivalent to the Mac R 2-stroke Detroit diesel now? Is this the next next ear banger, for the lack of a better term? No, but I like it. We can always tone down the volume later on, but right now in this video specifically, I think it's better for you to hear the engine and not hear me than the other way around, because as I sing praises about this sound mod, if you cannot hear the sounds themselves, then it kind of defeats the purpose. But if you can hear the sounds, even if you can't hear me, then I hope it can speak for itself, even without my voice. So let's keep it this volume for now, and you let me know in the next videos if you want to lower it. I think I will lower it, just so it will be a bit more balanced. So right now it's purposely stronger engine sound, so we can focus on that. It's been the longest time since I've traveled through here. This looks so good. What do we call this? This is... I remember going through here before. There are some mountains here that are very famous for tourists, I believe. You guys have been telling me about that before, but of course I forgot. Thank you, Goldfish Memory. Nonetheless, I'm enjoying every second of this trip. Super scenic, and Washington DLC is my second most favorite DLC here in ATS. First one will be in Colorado, hands down, but Washington comes at a close second for sure. Very nice. And yes, even with John Ruda's truck, very smooth FPS, I like it. Your mileage may vary though, especially with lights on. Oh, with higher speeds you get that steady bassy hum. A lot of turbo whistle in there. Quite interesting. But the Jake brake, right? If you had thought the engine sound was loud, yeah, wait till you hear the Jake brake. The bassiest sounds ever. Oh my goodness. It's just so bassy. You have some engines which are roughy, you know, rough. You hear all the, I don't know what you call it technically, but you hear some raw engines which are, you almost hear the engine grinding, the cylinders moving and whatnot. But here, it's like you really hear all the explosions when it comes to those controlled explosions, when it comes to those bassy sounds. My goodness. Oh, what is that? Yikes. Looks like someone's getting scolded. Let me just double check that our cargo is still intact. Yes, there it is. No problem there. Should we turn on our beacons? I'm a bit hesitant because it will hurt the FPS, I think. But let's try for science. So if I turn on the beacons right now, my GPU load is at 83%, around 85. If I turn that on, goes up to 93, 89. Yeah, just a slight increase. See the beacons moving there. Not too shabby. I can live with that. Yes. Perfect truck, and now comes with perfect sounds. This is the moment I've been waiting for. If you guys remember, a couple of weeks, or was it a month ago, I bought this W900 from John Ruda. Comes with some nice customization options, especially that humongous gear shifter. But it can be quite heavy on performance depending on your rig. I did a mod spotlight video on this. You can check it out if you are interested. But mainly I was waiting for the perfect partner for the truck, which is exactly this sound pack, the CAT C15, perfect for the W900. I think when Zeemod was recording it, he was recording it exactly. This engine was equipped on the W900 itself, so it's as close as it gets to reality. If you pre-ordered his sounds, you also would have been privy to how it has been happening behind the scenes. His different work in progress videos on how the engines are turning out like. But for me, more interestingly is he actually recorded some footage of the videos in real life, the recording sessions he had. Oh, yo, don't even think about it. So yes, he was recording while he was out, and while he has all those microphones against the truck, revving it, moving it, engaging the Jake brakes and whatnot. Lots of incidents today. Oh, goodness, lots of cars pulling out as well. Okay. But yes, it was quite interesting. So the pre-order, usually people are very negative or defensive or anxious about pre-orders, which is warranted given the recent history with other game developers. You know, recently we've gotten that trend of early access or pre-orders and then expectations being set and being broken. So usually consumers are left hanging, left holding the bag, buying something in advance and then not getting their money's worth afterwards, whether that's not getting released at all or getting released but very disappointing. But I can safely say with Zeemod's track record, there was no hesitation on my part in pre-purchasing his sound mods whenever he releases something as a pre-order, because of his track record, because how he's proven himself in terms of the quality of mods he's been doing. I don't really doubt it anymore, you know. Just take my money. If there was a way to like auto debit whenever he released something, I would do it. Auto debit to my bank account, auto debit to my PayPal. So whenever I hear anything goes on pre-order in his site, I always buy it, because you get those bonuses, the real life recording sessions, snippets, work in progress videos, even this as a whole. Yeah, this entire sound pack is available only to those who pre-order it, at least for now. So it has a lot of benefits. Henny always delivers. It might not be released as soon as you would like. I think in particular this engine pack, this C15, got a lot of quote-unquote delays, although he never committed to an actual date. But it took quite a while for it to get released, as it is. It's been in development for quite some time. But it was worth the wait, definitely. So Zeemod is one of those guys who aims for perfection and doesn't release a half-baked pack based on what we've seen from him so far. He would rather delay it than make a release that is less than ideal. So it's all good. So for those who are interested in buying but are a bit anxious about the pre-order stuff, don't worry. Yes, that may be true for other developers, but if you find some who are trustworthy enough, that's good. Good way of supporting. And yes, in my opinion, Zeemod has more than earned that right, that trust from my books. So as a full disclosure, I did not get this for free, in case that was not clear. And even though from time to time Zeemod would offer me a sound pack for free, you know, so I could feature it in the video, you know, as a form of thanks, I refuse, because I would want to support him as well, and I would like to purchase it for my own. I think he deserves all the support from us. We really need these level of sounds. These are the types, this is the quality of sound pack that we really would want to have in all of our trucks, in all of our engines. Because yeah, sounds unfortunately are very underrated. Usually sounds are not at the top of the list, actually near the bottom, based on how most of the simulators that come out have it. Like you have amazing visuals, amazing lighting, perfect 3D modeling, but when it comes to sounds, many of them sound like vacuum cleaners. Many of them have monotonous engine sounds, cutting off sounds, all the kinds of weirdness and unrealistic feelings. So it's great to see someone really focusing. That guy wanted to overtake for quite some time. And look at that mountain. I'm going to take a guess, and you guys let me know in the comments if I get this right. Is this Mount Rainier? I hope so, but that's the only name that came to my mind. So I'm going to guess. Probably got it wrong, but I'm sure you guys will correct me. Okay, let's give the... Okay, he's stopping now. Okay, fine. You stay there. Man, this is a beautiful view. This is why Washington really gives me the goosebumps when it comes to sceneries. Second only to Colorado. My goodness, I feel bad for this guy. Let's let him overtake. Oi, come on, overtake already. It's like going and stopping and going and stopping. Commit, bro. Look at that. If I do a full stop here, will you actually finally overtake? Okay, there you go. So for those who are not familiar with overtaking rules, you have to commit. Either don't, do or do not. There is no try. Isn't that the famous words of Yoda? It's the same with overtaking. You calculate it. If you think you can overtake, then commit to it. Because if you go out of your lane, start to overtake and second guess yourself and then slow down or stop, then you'll only make matters worse. Either stay in your lane or go out and overtake, but no, just the same with Zeemod sounds, right? Look how we are linking this up. No half-baked, no half measures. All out. Always all out. Oh, look at those mountains, guys. We are in for a treat. So even though our engine is struggling right now, at least we get some amazing views. Come on, third gear. At least we get a chance to really hear how the engine purrs in higher revs. This is also why I chose to have a heavy load, because the heavier the load, the steeper the climb, the harder the engine has to work. And the harder the engine has to work, the more we can test how it sounds like. If you heard all of that, I give you a prize, give you a star. Despite that loud, massive, bassy engine goodness. I feel a bit ashamed though, this guy's overtaking us. Like, no effort whatsoever. Can't even hear anything from him, he's just pulling away. 1 yard at a time. My goodness, this view is amazing. I should drive through here more often. Probably take a photo here later. Come on, you can do it. There we go. But yes, what I also like is it comes with interior sounds, because so far what we've had for the sounds that we have for ATS, they are mostly the engine sounds alone. The interior sounds aren't included, so most of the time we have generic interior sounds for most of the sound mods in ATS. In ATS2 it's a different picture. Many of the ATS2 sounds already have interior sounds included. But for ATS, this might be the first one. That just adds so much more to the entire feeling, to the entire experience. Even that simple moving knob sound. I like. Finally downhill. All downhill from here, guys. Literally. And maybe figuratively too, who knows. Hope not though. Let's follow the speed limits. Washington hasn't failed me yet when it comes to this. Usually you can follow the speed limits, the recommendations, and you should be fine. Here it's 45. Looking good. Diablo Lake overlook. Sounds like a promising scenery, but we'll pass for now because we have a job to do. Oh my goodness, look at that water there. So green, so nice. Picking up speed here. We'll have to engage our Jake brakes soon. You guys will love that, won't you? There we go. There it is. Diablo Lake. So scenic in this spot. My goodness, this is a fun drive. We got lucky. I wasn't actually planning on driving through here, but I was just browsing the SCS forums, reading through the recent updates in 141 experimental beta, and saw that this all-terrain crane got updated. The model got updated, so I thought, why not? Let's give it a chance. Haul something heavy, test the engine out. So I looked for an all-terrain crane and ended up finding this job here in Washington. And I guess we could say the stars just aligned. Come on. Picking up speed still. Oh, we'll need to slow it down, guys. 20 up ahead. Very sharp bend. There we go. We made it somehow. Don't ask me how, but it happened. I'll take it. Oh my goodness, here we go again. Trial by fire, huh? This engine. Ooh, echo. Multiply the bassy sounds threefold when you go through a tunnel, looks like. I like it. We will definitely be driving with this truck with these sounds on Friday for the stream. Initially I was thinking of doing a convoy here in ATS, but that would be no mods. So I think for now, oh beautiful. So I think for now we will be sticking to single player so we can utilize these sounds from Zeemod. Amazing stuff. Turn on lights. Well, our lights have been on the entire time, looks like. How much more to go? 80 miles. Okay, we're getting there. Hang in there, guys. Hope you're enjoying the drive so far. Hope your eardrums are still intact. But we'll see. We'll get through this somehow. Which gear am I in? 4th gear maybe? That can work. Wow. Looks like cars in Washington just pull out, huh? They don't have much respect for intersections, looks like. Goodness. Has AI been tweaked again? I think it was changed to become even more aggressive. Well, I guess the only positive thing there is it will prove to make convoys more interesting. And speaking of convoys, really looking forward to doing more of those with you guys. We'll do more convoys, but here in the official convoy. Maybe by next week, we'll see. But I'm still hoping that sound mods will get supported at the very least, but all mods will get supported very soon, I hope. I think that's their plan, but they're still stabilizing the default behavior at the moment, so they don't want to complicate it even more by adding mods. I mean, we all know what that means, adding mods and how complicated it gets, right? So it makes sense, it makes sense. But hopefully we get to that point soon that mods can be allowed in convoys, because that will be a win-win for everyone. All the mods we like, all the sounds we like, and driving together on all the roads that we are fond of. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. Thank you, SCS, and thank you, Zeemod. Thank you, John Ruta too. Yes, amazing stuff. If I close my lights here, yeah, that saves a bit of GPU load, around 10%. Actually, it's not that bad. I think I'll keep it on just to make it more visual. Makes it look more accurate. So what do you guys think of the sound so far? Can you guys still hear me? I think I got a bit deaf there from all those sounds. But it was worth it. The eargasm was worth it. I'll tone it down for next video, since we now know what kind of sounds these entail. But yeah, I think in this video it was important to really highlight what it was capable of. Is that a random event? Some guy fixing the power lines. Yeah, even the indicator sounds I really like. I was getting quite what's the milder term for fed up? Not really fed up, but yeah, I was getting a bit tired of the default blinker sounds. So it's good that it actually got supported now here. Expects delivery very soon, where we were driving as fast as we could. Yeah, 2 hours left. Okay. We'll make that work somehow, guys. And even if you get late, so what? We got some nice sounds here. Who cares about being late? And yes, the deadlines are a bit more strict again, because currently in 141 the extended delivery time is not compatible. That mod I'm using from Dark Captain, which extends the job deadlines, it's not compatible with 141. So this is the default deadlines that we're working with. Just don't hit the railing. Good. Looking good there. Can you give way? Thank you. I really like that. They added those exit signs. I believe that's how it really looks like, right, in these roads. What needs to be done though, next step, is for the real company mods that we have to modify those signs as well. And I'm not sure if that's possible, but I think it should be. But yes, I can imagine it will be very work intensive, looking for all those signs and modifying them, converting them to their real company counterparts. Yeah, right now ATS, the mods I have, I think is just the perfect balance between making it more realistic, making it feel more immersive, and at the same time not causing any performance impact. So far things have been pretty smooth. I hope I didn't just jinx it, but yes, I'm liking it so far. And for me, with the mods I have, ATS is much smoother than ETS2. ETS2, the mods I'm using, some of them are causing some stutters, some of them are causing some frame drops. But all in all, great experience, but still smoother for ATS as a whole, as you guys can probably see. Recommended speeds here are 35, so let's slow it down. Just jake brake our way onto the intersection. Wake everybody up. probably don't want to be buzzing through a residential area with this kind of sound pack. That's their problem. They should be honored that we let them hear such magnificence. How about their idle sounds? Idle sounds are not bad either, are they? Yeah. Pretty nice there. But yes, I'm not really the go-to guy when it comes to how close this sounds like to the real thing. I don't have much experience with the real thing, so you guys will have to help me out there, okay? Crowdsource this info, compare it with the real CAT C15 engine sound, and let me know if it's close. I would imagine it should be, knowing Zeemod and how he recorded it directly from the hood of a W900 with a CAT C15. But it's quite interesting because Zeemod is based in the UK, and it's interesting that there is a W900 there. Initially, I thought Zeemod was from the US because I think he started out creating sounds for US trucks, right? Detroit Diesel, CAT 3406E, stuff like that. So I thought he was US based. I actually is asking our UK friends in the Discord server if they've ever seen US trucks on the UK roads, and they said mostly not. Maybe some utility vehicles, but like full semi trucks like this, not really. So it's quite interesting how a W900 got there. But however it got there, I'm thankful, because without that we wouldn't have these sounds right now. So whoever made that possible, thank you. Cool stuff. No complaints here. Let's hear those shifting sounds again. Normally the shifting sounds we would have, you would hear like the actual gears shifting, but here you actually hear the gear shift knob moving and rattling somewhat. Come on, give me some spin. Oh, come on. Really? Give me an offense there? I was halfway through the junction already before you even got red. Reminds me of an encounter with a police officer back in Manila. In Manila, it is almost a necessity that you have a dash cam. You know, that camera in front, so you can record everything that's happening in front of you. Because I've had that happen to me once, and I didn't have a dash cam then, so I almost got in trouble. But there was a police officer who was in the mood for writing down some tickets. I don't know what his aim was. Maybe they had a ticket quota, or I don't know, but it was green. A green light, as green as can be. Like not even, it didn't even turn yellow. You know, so it's pure green. We have cars that are moving same direction as I was. We passed the intersection. They passed through it, but for me, the police officer decided to stop me. And we were like debating for a couple of minutes that it was green, and he kept on saying it's red. Yeah, this is a normal modus operandi for some corrupt cops. Not all, of course, but there are some bad apples out there. So in that case, a dash cam was really useful. Man, I just give some praise again to those train sounds. I'm sure our train fans enjoyed that bit. Those train sounds are also from Zeemod. That's what I like about him. He makes both paid and free sounds. Oh, I knew that was going to be a bad deal, because it was a very tight junction with cars on the opposite side of the lane. Okay, let's take up as much space as we can here. Make our turn. I think I'll have to reverse a bit, that's fine. Kroger. Okay, where do we park this thing? Okay, see the parking area. Oh my goodness, boats. Brings back memories, please no. Well, these are not Mexican boats, so we should be fine. If you don't get the reference, when you stay longer in the community, you will get it. So no worries. A lot of things have happened through the years, and some pleasant ones, some quite traumatic ones. And Mexican boats are at the top of the list. So me and boats, we are not really best of friends. Okay, there it is. Good. Let's just line up here then. Yeah, that rattling you can hear at the lower revs, lower speed range maybe. Very nice. Can we hear that outside? A bit, but I think we can hear that better when it's close, like here. Oh crap, I think it will be a hard thing to line that up. Maybe I should have turned. Nah, that will work, believe. There we go. Thank you. Very nice. Not too shabby. Peace and quiet. But I kind of miss the engine sounds. Oh my goodness. 353 miles, but took us quite a while, huh? Mountain pass and whatnot. Well, glad we made it in one piece. Thank you for hanging out and thank you for staying. Hope you guys enjoyed that trip. Let me know what you think about the sounds, and for sure we'll be driving more with this in the coming videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Clumsy trucking, guys, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.